Hey guys, welcome back. Today I have two very special guests with me, my daughter and son.
Cuentos del Abuelito,
also known as Grandpa Stories.
Welcome back to another video. On this occasion, my dad will be narrating the love story that took place in Ávila, Spain.
If you like this type of story, leave a like and a comment for support and all that type of thing.
And with all that being said, let's get to it. This legend is a tragic love story that has a broken heart, the pain of love, and the misfortune of love lost. The Palace of Núñez Vela was the home of the beautiful Lucinda, the daughter of an Ávila noble. She was known for her serene beauty, despite the flattery of certain number of suitors who tried to win her heart. She ignored her feelings. Indeed, to keep them at bay, she was always accompanied by a number of maids and governess by express order of her parents. However, as she walked around the city, she began to notice the presence of a good-looking young man who followed her at a distance. The balcony of her bedroom, which is still there today, was higher than the walls and had a wonderful view of the Amblés Valley. One day as she stepped out onto the balcony, she found a mysterious young man there. Her curiosity for the young nobleman turned into love, and finally their passion made it possible for both of them to speak. After they had spoken, they were completely in love. Just as they were getting to know each other, tragedy struck. The young man, who was a noble of great lineage called Enrique Blázquez Dávila, was accused of conspiracy and exiled. There were those who believed that the young maiden's father had a hidden hand in events to take him away from his daughter. However, the night before he left, the lovers saw each other for the last time and swore eternal love to each other. "Will you always love me?" the young maiden asked. "Until death takes me," shouted Enrique in a wash of emotion as he galloped away from the walls. For a long time he could still see his beloved on the walls. From that day on, Lucinda spent several hours a day on her balcony scanning the horizon in case her beloved returned or anyone brought news of him. But she did not cope with his absence for long. From then on, Lucinda sank into a deep depression from which no one could pull her out of. All she did was look over the wall to see if Enrique was coming back or if any messengers were coming with news about him. But none of these things happened. She stopped eating, sleeping, and laughing, and fell sick and died shortly afterwards, possibly because of a broken heart. Enrique regained his honor by taking part in several battles, and when he returned to Ávila, he went straight back to the palace where he was given the news of his beloved's death. The fact that he had been unable to see her again drove him out of his mind, and he found his way into the church of the convent where she lay and tried to open her tomb. However, by way of supernatural magic, his hands were frozen to the top of the sarcophagus. After a few agonizing minutes, which he tried to remove his hands from the cold granite, he managed to do so and fled in fright. This prevented him from opening the tomb and seeing a horrible image that would have remained with him all his life. After a night of torture, the knight went back to the convent and asked to join the order as a monk, and there he spent the rest of his life living next to his deceased beloved. The years passed until eventually he also died. Today the Palacio de Núñez Vela is considered one of the most important heritage sites in Ávila, in Spain. They say that on certain nights you can see the ghost of a young woman who looks sadly over the wall. Inside, in addition, the presence of a silent monk is felt. dragging his tunic on the floor. It is the spirit of Enrique, who even in the afterlife continues to care for the woman he once loved. Perhaps one day, when the two find eternal rest, they can meet again at a point farther than death.